I'd like to know where my money is being spent at and why we're having such a hard time with the education system when we're spending millions of dollars that's already been spent within the Ohio budget. Let's
Yep.
concentrate on why the education department has a deficit of $75 million, or why the city has to lay off so many people because we're having a shortfall when you just raised our property taxes. So the numbers are just not adding up to two and two. I don't care how the government math works, it just doesn't work with that type of stuff.
Yeah, and the problem is, as citizens, we can't really figure it out because the budgets that they release are very high level. They have a heading and subheadings with big numbers, but there's no line items on where that money is actually being spent, and it's very difficult to find that. That's not public in most areas. I haven't found one yet, a line item budget
Mm-mm.
that's released on a website. They're trying to hide the actual expenditures that are going out.
It's frustrating, especially for those who really care and want to know. I don't have children. The way I look at it is that children is my future. So if your child can't read past third year grade and you're expecting them to become a physician or an architect and build a building, that kind of concerns me. So I like to know where my money is being spent at and why we're having such a hard time with the education system when we're spending millions of dollars that's already been spent within the Ohio budget.
Well, a lot of those kids too, that maybe they're not good at math or they're not proficient at reading, they might not be interested in being architects or doctors. They might be interested in going into construction or being a plumber or being a mechanic or going into other trades like that. And the government education system is not set up to help those kids, right? They should be able to choose at age 13 or age 14 to go and finish their high school in a, you know, trade school or trade program. Maybe they want to be a mechanic. Well, at least give them the opportunity to check it out when they're 14 to start learning those skills and being more hands-on. Because there's like 12 different ways that people learn, and the government education system focuses on like two or three only. So the hands-on stuff, it really isn't part of their program. They're trying to get everyone into college, and that just doesn't work. And then you have a bloated, university system that we have that's highly subsidized, and these kids are going in racking up hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt that they're going to be paying on for the rest of their lives.